Oh yeah, I know I did it. Then we're talking for a little cross country, trying to do that molar thing. That's gonna be a heck of a day, the night run down that molar. Which just that's just gonna be that day is gonna be that's the 28th. A lot football. I'm sitting there figuring, okay, this weekend's gonna be crazy enough. I got baseball in 2 locations. We're gonna have football in 3, potentially a fourth one.
Okay, and my little work did not really dry.
Oh, it's all good. I bet if it sits in the sun for 2 minutes, it'll be perfectly dry. There we go.
And what's your name?
Grace.
Grace. Oh, nice, nice.
Somebody sent the proposal. Somebody's gonna be crazy enough to entertain it.
We just checked the microphones and that says they are working fine. Okay. So this is mine and this can be yours.
So this is how it kind of sounds when we're talking to each other and it goes out live. This button here is a mute button. So if you have to mute for any reason, whether I do it, you do it, it doesn't matter who does it. Or if you turn it down.
Is that just for your microphone or is that for all of ours?
That's yours. You're
Okay.
number 2.
Okay, got it.
Susanna's number 1. And I'll probably be muted the most, number 3.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah. And so you can figure out with Susanna how it all goes.
Schedule. I just figured it out. They didn't stay
Ooh.
Good morning, everybody. This is Zuzana, and today is July 14. We are here in February Swim Club, and we are waiting for the beginning of event number 1 on our swim meet. That will be girls 8 and under 100-meter medley rally. And I have a guest here, a former swimmer, Grace. Welcome, Grace.
Thanks.
And I think the event number 1 is about to start. What do you think?
Yep, in just a minute.
The swimmers were stretching out, and we will have one heat here. Lane 2, starting with Jenna Gold. And I think she's getting ready.
Yeah, they run back to back. So they'll do the girls.
All right, so that was national anthem, and now we are ready for event number 1.
For the girls 8 and under 100 medley relay, in lane 2 we have Jenna Gold swimming first, Rebecca Lamb second, Lucy Amlin third, and Gemma Levi fourth. Rebecca Lamb swimming breaststroke back in lane 3 right now. Lucy Amlin in the water, third, swimming butterfly. Gemma Levi swimming freestyle back in lane 3. Levi in at the wall. Good job, ladies. Next up is the boys 8 and under 100 medley relay. In lane 2, got Duke Waltons, Jesse Wilkinson, Lance Levi, and Sawyer Allgood. In lane 5, we have Bo Verhoff, Jay Mears, Trey McGowan-Ill, and Grant Hillman.
And the team in the lane 2 is faster. Look at that gap. And then Jesse is already in the lane, coming back in the lane 3. Breaststroke. Bo finished in lane 5, and now we have a J in lane 6.
Lance Levi swimming back with the butterfly, and Jay Mears is finished up in breaststroke in lane 6.
So in lane 5 we have Trey swimming butterfly.
Sawyer Allgood and at the wall for lane 3.
And Trey is almost done in the lane 5. So Grant can swim freestyle in the lane 6 and finish for the team.
Grant Hillman in at the wall. Good job, guys.
And we are moving on to event number 3, girls 9 to 10, 100-meter medley relay.
Lane 2, Anna Susag, Maggie Allgood, Lydia Kinsley, and Lauren McBride. In lane 5, Sophia Pawpaw, Elena Clark, Fable Walton, and Danica Swinderman.
All right, guys, we are back, and in a lane 5, we should have Fable Walton swimming a butterfly. And now in the lane 6, Danica Swinderman doing freestyle. And Danica hit the wall. All done.
Good job, ladies. Next up, we have the boys 9-10 100-meter relay. In lane 2 for Fair Valley, we have Austin Coons, Gideon Reno, Stephen Lamb, and Billy Farley.
So just one heat, one team for this event.
Austin Coons just finished swimming the breaststroke right now. Is Gideon Reno.
So Stephen Lamb finished butterfly. Was it right, Grace?
Yes.
And we have Billy Farley finishing with freestyle.
And I think it'd be pretty tough to try to judge a relay start based on the lane next to you. So I give these guys full props. That's probably pretty tricky. Good job, guys.
Because it feels like nothing is pushing you forward because if you don't have anybody swimming next to you.
No, because it'd be hard to see when they hit the wall.
Oh, okay.
And you can't go until they touch the wall. So that'd be pretty tough. In the water right now is the girls 11-12 100 medley relay. In lane 2, we got Emma Kinsley, Reese Thomas, Olivia Boniface, and Zoe Wilkinson.
And in lane 5, we have right now Lucy Mears. That will be followed by Alyssa Rachelson, Marin Marlowe, and Ava Williamson. So we have butterflies going on right now. In the lane 2, Olivia. In lane 5, Marin. And Zoe in lane 3 is finishing strong for her first team. And in the lane 6, there's Ava Williamson. She is really fast. Nice job. All right, moving on even number... Oh, we are still in number 5. This is just the second heat. We have one team there.
And 2, we have Juliana Gold, Maya Coons, Rachel Lamb, and Malaya Burton. Juliana in at the wall for backstroke. Maya Coons, breaststroke. Rachel Lamb off the block for butterfly. And Malaya Burton bringing it home with the freestyle.
Mm-hmm.
In the water right now, we have the boys 11-12 100-meter relay. In lane 2, we have Jack Walton, Gabe Reno, Brendan Swinderman, and Angela Levi. Their best time this season was a 1:28.78. Brendan Swinnerman swimming the butterfly right now. And Angela Levi waiting on the wall for him. And at a time of about 1:32. Up next we have the girls 13-14 200 medley relay. In lane 2, we got Ava Rottermill, Paige McGowan, Kiera Wagner, and Taylor McGowan. Kiera at the turn, bringing it home. Taylor McGowan on the block. Oh, my apologies. This is Kiera in the water now. Paige is swimming the breaststroke.
And you were right. She was on the block waiting for a Paige to finish. Yep. And she's all done.
And now Taylor.
Taylor's in the water. It got turned off on me. So I can use mine. Because if it keeps turning off on me.
Great job, ladies. Next up we have event number 8, boys 13-14 200 medley relay. In lane 2, we have Colin Marlowe, Jake Wilkson, Nolan Baker, and Brady Coons. Lane 5, we got Jack McMurray, Drake Rinesmith, Caleb Reno, and Cooper Trimbach. Lane 5 in first at the wall.
So it looks like in lane 5, Jack McMurray is going to hit the wall first, and then we will have a Drake Rinesmith in the water right now. track, turning around in lane 5, then heading back. And we are going to time the teams and swimmers just for our own, preview and see whether they possibly beat their best time or not.
It's a little bit of an average, though, because we're sitting pretty high up here, so we're guessing a little at the end.
Yeah, so this is just rough. This is no official timing, just for kind of fun and giggles, that just to tell us whether they possibly improve by a couple seconds.
Yeah. They have the official times down at the block, so.
So it looks like in lane 5 we have a Caleb finishing, and then Cooper.
Yeah, he's looking really strong in that butterfly, definitely holding their lead.
And then Cooper is in the water swimming freestyle. Will be finishing for a team in lane 5.
Nolan Baker just finished in lane 2. We got Brady Coons anchoring for them. It's okay. Lane 5 finished around 2:30. Lane 2's PR was 2:44.05. And they'll have a new PR of about 2:40. Great job, guys. Up next, we have event number 9, women's 15 over 200 medley relay. In heat 1, lane 2, we have Lily Davis, Alex Voisgard, Morgan Fernandez, and Brooke Baker.
So I'm sticking to my phone for timing, and Grace just got a fancy timer there.
In lane 5, we got Megan Boniface, Gwen Rode, Katie Boniface, and Maddie Wilson.
Look at them almost finishing at the same time, around the same time. Pretty.
Yeah, lane 5 was in first, pretty tight at the finish. Alex and Gwen in the water right now. Let's go, ladies.
It looks like Alex hit the wall and turned around just before a Gwen.
In lane 2, we have Morgan and Katie. Katie in lane 5. She's entering the water right now. Both ladies looking really strong in the water this morning. Brooke Baker in lane 2, swim freestyle.
Now we'll have Maddie Wilson in lane 5, finishing for her team.
Lane 2 finishing around 2:20, and lane 5 finishing around 2:27. Good job, ladies. We have a heat 2 for this race. In lane 2, we have Hannah Alexander, Grace Krosky, Maya Williamson, and Pearl Singleton.
And in lane 5, we have Sam Radcliffe, Abby Reno, Jaden Washington, and Tessa Thomas. They're swimming pretty head to head, toe to toe, fin to fin. Maybe swimmer in the lane 2 just a little bit ahead.
We have Grace in lane 2 and Abby Reno in lane 5. About even. Grace will be in at the wall first. But Abby evening it out a bit with that pull out.
Pretty even swimmers. Look at them even now.
Yeah. They're in at about the same time, but lane 5 is off the block first.
So we have Jaden Washington in lane 5. And then Maya probably, Number 3. And Maya Williamson in the lane 2. So this is the third swimmer swimming butterfly, and now we are off to last swimmers in both lanes. Lane 2 getting ahead with Pearl Singleton finishing with freestyle for a team, and in lane 5 we already have a Tessa Thomas finishing for her team.
Pearl in at the wall, lane 2.
And none of them have a previous time there.
Tessa Thomas finishing for lane 5. Good job, ladies. Next event, we have number 10, men's 15 and over, 200 medley relay. In lane 1, we have Riley Brady, or lane 2, sorry. Riley Brady, Matt LaBianco, Eli Neal, and Khalil Ruiz.
And in the lane 5, we have Mason Wilkson, Adam Gunkel, Joel Keller, and Ashton Winter. And it looks like in the lane 5, Mason got ahead of Riley in the lane 2. And for both teams, we have a second swimmers already in the water. So in the lane 2, we have Matt LaBianco, and in the lane 5, we have Adam Gunkel.
Thank you. Thanks. Thank you.
There's some exciting cheering going on.
Oh man, they're head and head. Khalil and Ashton finishing.
Oh, I think we are still at Eli and Joel.
Yep. Eli and Joel.
Pretty competitive out there.
Yeah. Lane 2 a little bit ahead with that under right there. Lane 2 in first. Lane 2 at the turn with Khalil. Lane 5, Ashton Winter. Good job, guys. Our next event is number 11, girls 6 and under, 42 meter or feet freestyle. And in lane 2, we have Gemma Levi.
She's the only swimmer in that category because looking at all the schedule at for medley relay, I do not see anybody under age of 7 but her. So she's the only one in that category. All right. Good luck, Gemma. That's a 42 meter.
I think it's 42 feet. I think the heat sheet just had meter on there by accident because the pool length is 25 meters. So, yeah.
That would kind of make sense.
Yeah, they're just stretching the rope out right now.
Mm-hmm.
She's swimming a half length, which
That makes sense, 42 feet.
Yeah.
Yes. I was trying to figure out how they would measure 42 meters. That's just under 2 lengths.
this is the most exciting race of the meet. Little kiddos are always doing such a good job. And normally they get to have a catcher, but I guess because of social distancing they can't right now. So she's being extra brave.
And I started my little crude timing.
And she's done. She did such a good job.
I think if my, again, fairly crude timing was correct, I had her around 13 seconds.
That'd be a 2-second drop from her PR of 1584. Our next event is number 13, girls 10 and under, 100 meter IM. In heat 1, lane 2, we have Taylin McCracken. In lane 5, we have Lauren McBride. This is Lauren's first time swimming this event this season, and Taylin's time is 2:20.
At this time, everyone through event 20, all the IMs, please report to the blocks. All the way through event 20.
So Lauren in lane 5, a little bit ahead of Taylin.
Both had clean turns at the wall.
All right, so I had them at 1:55 and 2:03. So minute 55 and 2 minutes and 3.
Heat 2 is on the blocks right now. In lane 2, Maggie Allgood. In lane 5, Anna Susag.
Maggie was a little bit ahead of Anna after finishing the first lap, or the first lap, but now it looks like Anna is catching up.
Yeah, they're about even right now. It is both ladies' first time swimming the 100 IM this season.
I got confused a little bit because usually they swim first backstroke, and they did backstroke now second. So what did they do first?
In the medley relay, it's back, breast, fly, free. But in the individual medley, it's fly, back, breast, free. Because
That's why
the
I got
relays have
confused.
to start in the water, because you can't do a relay start on backstroke.
Oh, it's still pretty even, but these both swimmers. Look at them.
It's head-to-head
It
at the
is.
finish.
It is. This is kind of interesting to see these two, really, at least from my point of view, really good swimmers, tiny girls swimming, competing kind of against each other, but swimming almost, as you said, head to head.
Yeah, lane 2 just got in at the finish before lane 5. But it was really close. Good job, ladies. Next up, we have number 14, boys 10 and under, 100 IM. So in lane 2, we have Austin Coons.
And in lane 5, we have a Gideon Reno.
So it's that same order. We have butterfly first, and then backstroke, and then breaststroke, and freestyle. Austin Coons' PR for the season is 156.03, and Gideon Reno is a no time for right now, because I think this is his first time swimming it this season, so good for him. Other than the 100 freestyle, this is the longest race of the meet, so these kiddos are all troopers.
Yeah, looks like Gideon is a little bit catching up here. He fell a little bit back, saying backstroke, but now he's catching up.
Lane 2 is in at the wall first, followed by Gideon in lane 5. Good job, Austin. Gideon's just about done. Gideon finishing in lane 5. Good job, guys. His brother cheering him on down there.
All right, so we are on event number 15, girls 11 to 12, 100 meters IM.
We're in heat 1 right now. In lane 2, we got Zoe Wilkinson. And in lane 5, we have Alyssa Rachelson.
Yeah, Zoe hitting the wall first. So they are done with butterfly, backstroke. Now they are swimming breaststroke and will be finishing with freestyle. And now it looks like Alyssa called up to Zoe.
Looks like lane 2 is in first. Zoe Wilkinson. In heat 2, lane 2, we have Emma Kinsley. And in lane 5, we have Rachel Lamb.
It looks like Emma is gaining on Rachel a little bit. Oh, now Rachel catching up. Emma in lane 2 trying to keep her lead. Let's see whether Rachel can catch up completely.
Emma had a new PR of about 147.
Me too. Yes. 146 and 147 roughly. So they did improve their time by several seconds.
In the water right now is event 16, boys 11-12, 100 meter IM. In heat 2, we have Jack Walton in lane 5, Gabe Reno.
And with their best times, it looks like they are 10 seconds apart. So we shall see whether Jack will get that 10-second lead or not. So during the butterfly, they were pretty even, and then when they were swimming backstroke, Jack did gain a lead. But it looks like Gabe is catching up with swimming breaststroke.
Yeah, he had a pretty solid bucket turn down there.
But now, I don't see this being a 10-second difference.
Yeah.
Now they're pretty even. Look at them. So Jack in the lane 2 and Gabe in the lane 5. Finishing about the same, so I would say Jack would have around the same time, but Gabe's time had to improve by several seconds. With my little crude timing, he would improve his time by 9 or 10 seconds.
In the water right now is event 17, girls 13-14, 100 meter IM. In lane 2, Ava Rodemil, and in lane 5, Taylor McGowan.
Whoops. Thank you, Grace. So this is event number 17, goes 13-14, 100 meter IM.
Ava just finished in at the wall, followed by Taylor in lane 5. Good job, ladies. Up next is event number 18, boys 13-14, 100 meter IM. In lane 2, we have Drake Rhinesmith, and in lane 5, Nolan Baker. Drake's PR is 125.73, and Nolan is right behind him, 125.91. So Nolan Baker in first at the turn in lane 5. Ellen Baker in first at the wall, finishing with Freestyle, with Jake close behind him. Both boys improved by about 5 seconds, which is super awesome. Great job, guys. 5 seconds is a lot of time for that race, so.
Then in heat 2, we have Cooper Trimbach and Brady Coons. Cooper is in lane 2, Brady in lane 5.
Cooper's PR is 2:07:15, and this is Brady's first swim of the 100 IM this season. Brady Coons starting to pull lead. The backstroke in lane 5. Brady Coons finishing with a time of about 1:40, followed by Cooper Trimbach with a time of 1:49.
That's a really improvement of what, almost 20 seconds
Yeah, that was great.
from his previous time.
Great job, guys. That was awesome. On the blocks now is event number 19, women's 15 and over 100 meter IM. In heat 1 of 2 heats, we have Lily Davis in lane 2 and Katie Boniface in lane 5. Katie pulling a slight lead on the breaststroke. Katie Boniface in at first, and Lily Davis touching second. And next we have heat 2 of 2 for event 19 of the women's 15 over 100 meter IM. In lane 2 we have Morgan Fernandez, and in lane 5 we have Megan Boniface. Strong turn for both ladies.
Yeah, very energetic
Yeah.
swimmers. I like that.
Megan had a really solid under for that beginning of the backstroke. kind of evened them out.
It looked like Morgan had a little bit of a lead there at the beginning of this lap, but now they're pretty even again.
Yeah, they ran at the wall at like the same time. Looks like it's lane 2 in at the finish.
It looks, again, according my crew timing, maybe they improved their time by maybe 2 seconds.
On the blocks next, we have event 20, men's 15 and over 100 meter IM. In heat 1, we have Khalil Ruiz in lane 2, and in lane 5, we have Riley Brady.
It looks to me like Khalil turned around at the wall a little bit faster. Yep.
It's really hard to see the person that you're swimming against more than like a lane over, so I'm sure this is challenging for these guys not having competitors swimming on either lane next to them. So seems to not be slowing them down a whole lot, though.
Not at all, not at all. Khalil keeping up his lead.
Lane 2 in the wall first, followed by lane 5. In heat 2, lane 2, we have Joel Keller, and in lane 5, Ashton Winter.
So let's see who hits the wall first. Joel in lane 2 or Ashton in lane 5?
It's pretty close, but
it's
lane
Ashton,
5.
Yes. He had a strong finish, Ashton in lane 5.
Good job, guys. Next event is event number 21, girls 7-8 25-meter breaststroke. In lane 2, we have Catherine Donovan, and in lane 5, Lucy Amlin.
right, I started my timing. Let's see, Catherine and Lucy. 25 meters breaststroke.
Catherine has a C time of 50:25, and Lucy, this is Lucy's first time doing it this season. Good job, ladies. You got this. Catherine in at about 1:45, and Lucy in at about 50.
That's what I got, around 45 and around 50. That means Catherine, was she first in?
She was second. Catherine had about the same time.
About the same time, yes.
Yep, they both did great. In the water right now is event number 22, boys 7-8, 25-meter breaststroke. In lane 2 is Jesse Wilkinson, and in lane 5 is Duke Walton.
With Duke finishing first in the lane 5, followed by Jess in the lane 2.
In heat 2, lane 2, Sawyer Allgood, and in lane 5, Grant Hillman.
And none of them have previous time. So Grace, that means they are swimming first time in this season.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, for some of them it might be their first time ever, but if they, it's just recorded from the season.
For a season. Look, they are so cute, trying so hard.
Yeah, they're doing great. All right, lane 2 is
job.
about 42 seconds. Lane 5 was about 46 or 7. Sorry for a crude timing here, but I figure it might be helpful to have some sort of reference point. On the blocks next, we have event number 23, girls 9-10, 25-meter breaststroke. So that's still one length of the pool. In heat 1, lane 2, we have Fable Walton. In lane 5, Elena Clark.
Mm-hmm.
Good job, ladies. Have a heat 2 for that event. So in heat 2, lane 2, is Donica Swinderman and Sophia Pawpaw.
And I think Fable possibly improved her time just a little bit. But I believe Elena did improve her time for sure from that heat 1. Nor Danica or Sophia have their previous times. These girls are fast. With Sophia finishing first, followed by Danica.
Next up, we have event number 24, boys 9-10, 25-meter breaststroke. There's just one heat of that, and in lane 2, we have Austin Coons, and in lane 5, we have Stephen Lamb. Austin's previous time was 33.76, and he's in at about 32. And Stephen Lamb's previous time was 35.08, and he was in around the same time also. So both of them dropped, which is awesome. In the water now, we have event number 25, girls 11-12, 25-meter breaststroke. In lane 2 is Juliana Gold, and in lane 5 is Catherine Rawson. Lane 2 in first, followed by lane 5. Good job, ladies. Heat 2's up next, that same event. In lane 2, we have Lucy Mears, and in lane 5, we have Ava Williamson. This is a first one for both of them this season. It's going to be a close finish, but in lane 2, time of around 22, and then about 23 in lane 5. Up next is event number 26, boys 11-12, 25-meter breaststroke. In heat 1, lane 2 is Jack Walton, and in lane 5 is Angela Levi. Lane 2 in first at the finish, and Angela close behind. Up next is heat 2. In lane 2 is Brendan Swinderman, and in lane 5 is Gideon Wright. There are no previous times for either of these swimmers. In lane 2, it's about 25 seconds, and in lane 5, it's about 29. Good job, guys. The timers are going to go back to the starting blocks because the next event is number 27, which is the girls 13-14 50-meter breaststroke. So that's 2 lengths of the pool swimming breaststroke. In heat 1, lane 2 is Paige McGowan, and in lane 5 is Kiera Wagner. Paige's PR is 104.99, and Kiera has no time yet for this event.
Now reporting to the blocks, all the butterfly swimmers through event 40. All butterfly through event 40.
Pretty even at the turn. Lane 2 pulling ahead a bit with that pull out. Paige with a slight lead in lane 2. Paige is going to get a new PR. She's in the wall at about a time of 55, followed by lane 5, about 57. Good job, ladies.
So Paige improved her time, by what? 8 seconds. That's pretty good job.
Up next is event number 28, boys 13-14, 50-meter breaststroke. In the water right now is heat 1, lane 2, Colin Marlowe, lane 5, Nolan Baker.
And we have a Nolan finishing first in the lane 5, followed by Colin in the lane 2.
In heat 2, just up on the block right now, we have Brendan McGarry in lane 2, and in lane 5, Jake Wilkinson. Brendan's PR is 55:36, and Jake has no time yet for this event. Lane 5 in first at the wall. Lane 5 in with a time of around 51, and lane 2 in with about 53. Good job, guys.
So I would say Brendan improved his time just a little bit.
Yeah.
It's nice to see. We have event number 29, women 15 and over 50 meters breaststroke. And for a heat 1, we have Gwyn Road in lane 2 and Brooke Baker in lane 5.
Both ladies looking strong and pretty neck and neck. Like lane 2 will be in first by just a little bit. For heat 2 of this event, we have Abby Reno in lane 2 and Grace Krosky in lane 5.
And their times are pretty close, 47:45 and 47:64. No, turning kind of at the same time. What do you think, Grace?
Yeah, they ran about the same time. It's like lane 2 will be in first. Abby Reno finishing first and Grace Krosky finishing right behind. Next event is event number 30, men's 15 and over 50-meter breaststroke. And heat 1, there's 2 heats. In heat 1, lane 2 is Matt LaBianco, and in lane 5 is Mason Wilson. strong at the turn, but lane 2 coming in a little bit beforehand. Got LaBianco in at the wall first, followed by Mason. Good job, guys. In heat 2, lane 2, we have Adam Gunkel, and lane 5 is Khalil Ruiz.
Looks to me like they are pretty even swimmers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't even guess who will be hitting the wall first. Maybe lane 2. Just by a smidge.
Honestly, I'm not sure. This isn't a great angle to try to judge that.
No. As I said, maybe by a smidge, but they were really, really even swimmers, both Adam and Khalil. And we are on to event number 31, girls 7 to 8, 25 meters butterfly. Heat 1, Rebecca Lamb in lane 2 and Jenna Gold in lane 5. It looks like Jenna is ready at the block. Maybe we are waiting for Rebecca.
Since it's a 25-meter event, the timers have to go to the other side of the pool, so they're waiting for the timers to shift down there.
Good catch. I just didn't see Rebecca there, and now. Awesome. So it looks like Rebecca in lane 2 is finishing first, followed by Jenna in lane 5.
Up next is event number 35, boys 7-8, 25-meter butterfly. In heat 1 is Jesse Wilkinson in lane 2, and in lane 5 is Duke Wolin.
Go, Jesse, go! 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 Go!
They're doing really good, these boys. And we have a Duke in lane 5 finishing first. Jess in lane 2 finishing next. In heat 2 we have Trey McGovern third in lane 2 and Jay Mears in lane 5. All right, lane 5, Jamiers finishing first. And Trey in the lane 2 finishing next. Nice job.
Next event is event number 33, girls 9-10, 25-meter butterfly. In lane 2 is Lydia Kinsley, and in lane 5 is Taylor McCracken.
Nice job, Lydia. Already finished, and followed by Taylin, who is finishing right now.
Good job, ladies.
In Heat 2, we have Elena Clark in a lane 2 and Fable Walton in a lane 5. So Fable in the lane 5 finishing first. Followed by Elena in lane 2 finishing right now.
Up next is event number 34, boys 9-10, 25-meter butterfly. In lane 2 is Gideon Reno, and in lane 5 is Stephen Lamb.
Good job, boys. Gideon finishing first in lane 2, followed by Steven in lane 5.
Both guys PR'd by about 3 seconds, so that's awesome. Good job,
Not
guys.
too bad.
Next event is event number 35, girls 11-12, 25-meter butterfly. In lane 2 is Zoe Wilkinson, and in lane 5 is Maya Coons. Both girls are getting really strong at the
Yes,
finish.
they are.
Lane 5 in at the touch first. Heat 2 for this event. In lane 2 is Emma Kinsley, and in lane 5 is Alyssa Rachelson.
Yeah, and I would say Emma finished first, just slightly before Alyssa in lane 5.
Next event is event number 36, boys 11-12, 25-meter butterfly. In lane 2 is Brendan Swinderman, and in lane 5 is Gabe Reno.
Oh, that's pretty even there.
Yeah, lane 5 in first for the finish.
Just a little bit, yes. I have him just under 19 seconds.
Good job, guys.
Like 1884. And I think I did pretty good timing for this heat.
Next up is event number 37, girls 13-14, 50-meter butterfly. So that's 2 lengths of the pool butterfly. In lane 2 is Kiara Wagner, and in lane 5 is Megan Keller.
am almost. Yeah, no. Whatever you can do to see.
All right, so this is event number 37, girls 13 to 14, 50 meters
As long as you flag it
butterfly.
down,
We
we
have
can
Kira and Megan. Kira in the lane 2, Megan in the lane 5. And it looks like Kira will be finishing first right now, followed by Megan in the lane 5. So we have event number 38, boys 13 to 14, 50 meters butterfly. In heat 1, we have Caleb Reno in lane 2 and Jack McMurray in lane 5.
Caleb Reno in first at the finish. Got heat 2 up on the blocks next. In lane 2, we have Colin Marlowe. In lane 5, we have Brady Coons.
Looks like Colin turned around in the lane 2, turned around at the wall first. And let's see, he might finish first.
Thank you. Next, we have event number 39, women's 15 over 50 meter butterfly. In heat 1, lane 2, we have Megan Boniface, and lane 5, Alex Voisgard.
And I have Megan and Alex roughly about the same times, at the same time as they had before. So let's see, heat 2, we have Sam Ratliff in lane 2 and Pearl Singleton in lane 5. And we are not showing any previous times for these ladies. And Sam in the lane 2 finishing first. Followed by the Pearl in the lane 5. Nice job, ladies. Up next is now event number 40, men 15 and over, 50 meter butterfly.
In lane 2, we have Adam Gunkel, and in lane 5, Eli Neal.
And both of them doing a really good job. Swimming neck to neck with maybe lane 2 finishing first. A little bit, yeah. Adam in lane 2 finishing a little bit ahead of Eli in lane 5. That was heat 1. For heat 2, we have Matt LaBianco in lane 2 and Joel Keller in lane 5. Matt turning at the wall first.
Matt finishing around 30.05, and lane 5 about 34. Next up is event number 41, girls 6 and under, 25-meter freestyle. In lane 2 is Gemma Levi.
So her best time so far was 29:19. Let's see whether she can beat it. According to my crew timing, she did beat it by a couple seconds. Good job, Gemma.
Up next is event number 43, girls 7-8, 25-meter freestyle. In lane 2 is Catherine Donovan, and lane 5 is Lucy Amlin. Lane 2 finishing with a time of about 26, and lane 5 with about 29. Good job, ladies.
So both ladies improved their times. Good job.
For heat 2 of that same event, in lane 2 is Kinsley McCracken, and in lane 5 is Palmer Luff.
And according to my crew timing, both ladies did improve their times by a couple seconds. And again, we are just doing here timing roughly because we are here up on a platform overlooking the pool. So we are just going, I'm just telling you my estimate, not being 100% sure whether my timing is correct. Just an estimate. But it's always nice to see if they improve the time. Now event 44, boys 7 to 8, 25 meters freestyle. And it looks like in heat 1 lands, in lane 2 finished, already. And then we have Elijah in lane 5. Good job, Elijah. Heat 2, Camden in lane 2. Camden Pearson and Jay Mears in lane 5.
Good job, Elijah.
With Jay in lane 5 finishing first, and Camden in lane 2 finishing right now. Nice job, boys.
Next up, we have event number 45, girls 9-10, 25-meter freestyle. In heat 1, lane 2, we have Lydia Kinsley. In lane 5, Faith Thomas. Lydia in first at the finish. And Faith Thomas hitting the wall now. In heat 2, lane 2, we have Madeline McGarry. And in lane 5 is Maggie Allgood.
Both girls swimming pretty hard. Good job. And we have
Maggie in at about 20 and McGarry in about 22.
So it
Madeline
looks
got a
like
new PR by a couple seconds.
yes,
Good job.
yes.
Next up, we have event number 46, boys 9-10, 25-meter freestyle. In lane 2, we have Billy Farley, and in lane 5, we have Stephen Lamb.
All right. Both Billy and Stephen had a round, or maybe Stephen a little bit less time than his original PR. But roughly the same. Now in heat 2 we have Parker Coons in lane 2 and Cooper Alexander in lane 5. We don't have time for Cooper. And if Grace is timing, we will know whether Parker can beat his best time so far.
I missed it.
Me too.
Sorry.
Good job.
Next up, we have event number 47, girls 11, 12, 50-meter freestyle. In heat 1, lane 2 is Reese Thomas. And in lane 5 is Olivia Boniface.
right, so we have Reese and Olivia in the water.
Reese has a PR of 35.59, and Olivia has no time for this event. Lane 2 finishing around 34, and lane 5 around 36. Good job, guys.
So Reese possibly improved her time. Now we have in heat 2, we have Malaya Burton in lane 2 and Marin Marlowe in lane 5.
Now calling all backstrokers. Everybody through event 64. Please report. All backstrokers. All backstrokers through event 64.
So Malaya at the wall and she stopped. Instead of continuing, she didn't realize she was doing 50 meters freestyle instead of 25. She lost that lead she had.
She might still be able to pull it out.
She is regaining it, yes. And yes, Malaya in lane 2 still finishing first, followed by Marin in lane 5.
Good job, ladies. Up next, we have event number 48, boys 11-12, 50-meter freestyle. In lane 2, Gabe Reno. In lane 5, Angela Levi.
So their times are around 49 and 51 seconds. Let's see whether they can possibly beat it. Gabe in lane 2 turning at the wall first, followed by Angelo. And I would say Gabe possibly bested his time, 49 seconds. I have him around, I lost it. But I believe he gained a couple seconds.
In event 49, girls 13-14, 50-meter freestyle, we have Ava Rochramil in lane 2 and Megan Keller in lane 5. In heat 2, lane 2, it's Taylor McGowan against her sister in lane 5, Paige McGowan.
So Taylor and Paige. Their best times are around 6 seconds apart. Let's see how they do this time.
Taylor's PR was 45.59 and Paige's was 51.52. Taylor's in at the wall at about 38.5, and in lane 5, she's in at about 46. So, Paige had a pretty big drop there.
She did.
Yeah.
Yes, good job.
Event 50 is in the water right now. Boys 13, 14, 50-meter freestyle. In heat 1 is Caleb Reno in lane 2, and in lane 5 is Brady Coons.
Caleb's and Brady's best times are 7 seconds apart, so we shall see who does better now. So whether they can beat their 28-second and 35-second times.
I think they were in at about the same time. Pretty consistent there. And then in heat 2, lane 2 is Drake Reinsmith. Lane 5, Cooper Trimbach.
And these guys are 13 seconds apart, their best times. This doesn't look like 13 seconds apart to me.
Lane 2 is about 32 seconds, and
So possibly improving his time.
lane 5 in and around 42.
So it looks like they both improved slightly.
Next up is event number 51, women's 15 over 50-meter freestyle. In heat 1 is Brooklyn Baker. In lane 5 is Maya Williamson.
I would say almost hitting the wall around the same time, but Brooke turned around faster. Maybe she just had a stronger kickoff. Brooke in
Two in
lane
first
5,
with about
yeah.
33.5. And Maya about 36.
Okay. And in heat 2, we have Hannah Alexander in lane 2 and Jaden Washington in lane 5. We don't have any previous times, but these are pretty energetic swimmers.
The two at a strong under. Starting to close the gap. And lane 2 in for the finish at about 35. Lane 5 following at about 37.5.
Up next is event number 52, men 15 and over 50 meters freestyle. For heat 1, we have Mason Wilkson in lane 2 and Riley Brady in lane 5.
In tight at the turn, lane 2 with slight lead.
With Mason in lane 2 finishing first, followed by Riley in lane 5.
Looks like their times are pretty consistent with their seed times of 26.86 and 27.43 respectively.
Heat 2 has Joel Keller in lane 2 and Matt LaBianco in lane 5. The best times being around 29 seconds for both of them, or just about 29 seconds for both of them. Now with Matt in lane 5 finishing first, followed by Joel in lane 2 finishing now.
Good job, guys. We're transitioning now from the freestyle events onto the backstroke events. And then after that, we just have the freestyle relays left. So, making good progress today.
And Gemma Levi is back for event number 53, girls 6 and under, 25 meters backstroke. She's in a lane 2. Good job.
She did so great. I think she dropped a second or two also. Next up, we have event number 55, girls 7, 8, 25 meter backstroke. In lane 2, we have Jenna Gold. In lane 5, we have Rebecca Lamb.
Jenna in lane 2 finishing first. Rebecca in lane 5 finishing after her.
Heat 2 of the same event, we have Palmer Luff in lane 2 and Rose Lammy in lane 5.
Good job, girls. Keep it up. Keep it up. And it looks like Palmer finished first and Rose right now. So now they will have a times in, and next time they compete or they swim, they will be able to see whether they improve and by how much. Now up next we have event number 56, boys 7 to 8, 25 meters backstroke. In lane 2 we have Sawyer Allgood, and in lane 5 we have Bo Verhoff. So you're all done in lane 2. Bo finishing right now, lane 5. Heat 2 has Jack Popow in lane 2 and Grant Hillman in lane 5. With no previous times recorded. Go Jack, go Grant, almost done. And looks like Jack in the lane 2 hitting wall first, with Grant finishing right now. Event number 57, up next, girls 9 to 10, 25 meters backstroke. In lane 2 we have Lauren McBride, in lane 5 we have Danica Swinderman. Don't have a previous time for Danica, and for Lauren we have 26.88. And I would say that Lauren possibly improved her time by a couple seconds. Heat 2 has Madeline McGarry in a lane 2 and Faith Thomas in a lane 5. It looks they finished pretty close, but it looks to me like lane 2 finished first.
Next up, we have event number 58, boys 9-10, 25-meter backstroke. In lane 2, Austin Coons. In lane 5, Gideon Reno.
Austin in lane 2 finishing first. Gideon finishing next. For Heat 2 we have Parker Coons in lane 2 and Billy Farley in lane 5. And Billy in lane 5 hitting wall first. Parker in lane 2 finishing right now. Nice job, boys. Moving on to event number 59, girls 11 to 12, 25 meters backstroke. In Heat 1 we have Zoe Wilson in lane 2 and Reese Thomas in lane 5. So Zoe and Reese. Lane 5 finishing first, followed immediately by lane 2. Heat number 2 has Ava Williamson in lane 2 and Catherine Rawson in lane 5. Lane 2 finishing first. Catherine in lane 5 finishing next. Up next we have event number 60. Boys 11 to 12, 25 meters backstroke. In lane 2 we have Brandon Swinderman, and in lane 5 we have Jack Walton. With pretty close times, the times for both boys are around 22, and one has 75, another one has 22.91, so both under 23. And I would say they might have improved their time at least by a second. I had Jack who finished first at around 21 seconds. So my educated guess that they improved both of them slightly. All right, heat 2 has Angelo Levi in lane 2 and Gideon Wright in lane 5. We don't have time for Gideon, and Angelo's best time is 30:17. If my timing was correct, Gideon finished in around 25 seconds. That was pretty good. Up next, we have event number 61, girls 13 to 14, 50 meters backstroke.
Now reporting through event 70, the 11, 12 relay and below. So relays all the way up to event 70. Event 70.
So girls getting ready for a 50 meters backstroke. In lane 2, Eva Rothramel, and in lane 5, Megan Keller. Eva in lane 2 finishing first, and Megan in lane 5 finishing next.
Next we have event number 62, boys 13, 14, 50 meter backstroke. In heat 1, lane 2 is Colin Marlowe, lane 5, Jake Wilkson.
And Jake in lane 5 hitting wall first, turning around, followed by Colin in lane 2. The previous times for both of them are slightly under 45 seconds. So let's see what boys do now.
Lane 5's in at about 42.5, and lane 2 is in at about 45.5.
Yep, I got them around 43, 44, but again, I think, Grace, your timing is a little bit more precise than mine.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Now we have Brandon McGarry in a lane 2 and Jack McMurray in a lane 5. It's still event number 62, boys 13 to 14, 50 meters backstroke.
Oh no, Jack Murray's goggles fell off. He's still doing great. What a
He is
trooper.
not giving up. It doesn't faze him a bit. He's going to hit that wall first. We don't have any previous time for any of them, Brandon nor Jack.
Yeah, lane 5 will be in at around 141.5. You got it, Brendan. Keep going.
And he keeps fighting. Good job.
Good job, Brendan. He's in at about 105. Next up is event number 63, women's 15 and over 50 meter backstroke. In heat 1, lane 2, Lily Davis. Lane 5, Katie Boniface.
With Katie turning around, hitting the wall, turning around faster. And then Lily, but closely followed by Lily. And I believe Katie finishing just before Lily. For heat 2, event number 63, we have Mary Wilson in lane 2 and Tessa Thomas in lane 5. Oh, I missed my timer. Mary turning around first. And Tessa making her turn right now. So Mary finishing first in the lane 2. And Tessa in the lane 5 finishing right now.
Good job, ladies. Up next, we have event number 64, men 15 and over 50 meter backstroke. In heat 1, lane 2, Adam Gunkel. Lane 5, Khalil Ruiz.
Looks to me Khalil in lane 5 kicked off a little bit before Adam in lane 2. Or turned around.
Lane 5 will be in a time of about 32.5, and lane 2 at about 34.7.
For heat 2, we have Eli Neal in lane 2, and Ashton Winter in lane 5. With Ashton hitting the wall first, Eli second. And we have Ashton finishing first, Eli finishing right after him.
That was the last of the individual events, and now we'll be moving on to the freestyle relays. First is event number 65, girls 8 and under, 100-meter freestyle relay. In lane 2 is Rebecca Lamb, Rose Lammy, Lucy Amlin, and Gemma Levi.
And in lane 5, we have Jenna Gold, Palmer Luff, Catherine Donovan, and Kinsley McCracken. So we have Rebecca in lane 2 and Jenna in lane 5. And swimming back, we have Rose in lane 3 and Palmer in lane 6. Now Lucy Amlin in lane 2 and Catherine Donovan in lane 5. Catherine hit the wall, and Kinsley is finishing for her team in lane 6. And Gemma will be finishing for her team in lane 3. Kinsley finishing in lane 6, followed by Gemma in lane 3.
Good job, ladies.
That was very good job. Considering that Gemma is the youngest one, she had a strong finish.
Up next is event number 66, boys 8 and under, 100-meter freestyle relay. And lane 2 is Duke Walton, Grant Hillman, Bo Verhoff, and Lance Levi.
And in the lane 5, we have Jay Mears, who is in the water now. Then we have Sawyer Allgood, Camden Pearson, and Jesse Wilkson. Now Grant is heading back in the lane 3. And Sawyer in the lane 6. Grant hitting the wall first. Bo is in the water, and Sawyer hitting the wall next, followed by Camden. in the lane 2, Bo is hitting the wall, and Lance started to swim. In lane 5, we have Camden finishing hitting the wall, and Jesse taking off. Lance finishing first in the lane 3, Jesse finishing next in the lane 6. And that was event number 66. Now, up next, we have event number 67, girls 9 to 10, 100-meter freestyle relay.
Lane 2, we have Lauren McBride, Taylor McCracken, Sophia Powell, and Lydia Kinsley.
And in lane 5, we have Danica Swinderman, Madeline McGarry, Faith Thomas, and Anna Susag. We're on to our second swimmers now, with looks like Taylin having a lead on Madeline. Sophia getting in the water in lane 2, and Faith in lane 5. Sophia hitting the wall, and Lydia swimming back in lane 3. And in the lane 5, Faith hitting the wall, and Anna finishing for the team. Anna hitting the wall, and that's the end of event number 67. For event number 68, we have boys 9 to 10 100-meter freestyle relay. We have one team, and we are starting with Gideon Reno in a lane 2. And second swimmer will be Billy Forley, then Stephen Lamb and Austin Coons. Gideon finishing his lap, and Billy swimming in the lane number 3. Once he hits the wall, then we will have a Stephen Lamp in the water. Stephen is already on a block, getting ready. That is some good swimming, Stephen, there. And Austin Coons in the lane, swimming back in the lane 3, finishing for the team. Good job.
Next up, we have event number 69, girls 11-12 200-meter freestyle relay. In heat 1, lane 2, we have Ava Williamson, Alyssa Rachelson, Lucy Mears, and Reese Thomas.
And in lane 5, we have Emma Knisley, Katrin Rawson, Rachel Lamb, and Zoe Wilkson. Now we have Alyssa Rachelson in lane 2 and Katrin Rawson in lane 5. And Lucy Mears is off the block. And Rachel Lamb as well. In lane 2, Lucy hitting the wall and the Reese Thomas off the block. And in lane 5, Rachel Lamb hitting the wall, Zoe Wilkson off the block. And team in the lane 2 finishing with Reese hitting the wall. In lane 5, Zoe Wilkson hitting the wall and finishing heat 1.
In heat 2 for lane 2, we have Malia Burton, Marin Marlowe, Maya Coons, and Juliana Gold. Marin currently is swimming the second leg of the relay.
And we have a Maya Coons in the water for a third leg. And Juliana Gold finishing for the team. And Juliana hitting the wall, finishing the heat 2.
Next up is event number 70, boys 11-12 200-meter freestyle relay. In lane 2, Brendan Swinderman, Gideon Wright, Gabe Reno, Jack Walton.
And we have Gideon Wright in the water. Gabe Reno just jumped in. And Jack Walton is already on the block for the last portion of the relay. Jack is in the water. All right, Jack Walton hitting the wall. That's the end of event number 70. Up next, we have event number 71, girls 13-14, 200 meters freestyle relay.
In lane 2, we have Megan Keller, Taylor McGowan, Kira Wagner, and Ava Rocheva.
So Kira Wagner in a water, swimming the third leg of a relay. And Ava Rothreimel already on a block, waiting for her turn. Ava in the water. And Ava hitting the wall. All right, that was the end of event number 71. Now we have event number 72, boys 13-14, 200 meters freestyle relay. I will try to time this one. In lane number 2, we have Nolan Baker, Brandon McGarry, Jake Wilson, and Caleb Reno. In lane 5, we have Colin Marlowe, Brady Coons, Drake Rhinesmith, and Jack McMurray. Nolan in lane 2 touched the wall, so Brandon McGarry got in. And for lane 5, Colin touched the wall, so Brady Coons is in the water. Drake Rhinesmith in the water in a lane 5. Jake Wilson in a lane 2. And we will have last swimmers getting in the water for a lane 5. It's Jack McMurray. And for a lane 2, it will be Caleb Reno right now. So for lane 5, I have time around 2:13. And for lane 2, I have time around 2:20.
Up next is event number 73, women's 15 and over 200 meter freestyle relay. Lane 2 is Lily Davis, Brooke Baker, Alex Voisgard, and Morgan Fernandez. Lane 5 is Megan Boniface, Maddie Wilson, Gwen Rode, and Katie Boniface.
In lane 2, we have Brooke Baker. In lane 5, we have now Maddie Wilson. And Next, we have a third set of swimmers. Alex Voisard in the lane 2 and Gwyn Road in the lane 5. You probably can see it as well as we up here on a little raised platform. These teams or swimmers are neck to neck. Last set of swimmers in lane 2, Morgan Fernandez, and lane 5, Katie Boniface.
This will be a tight race.
That is
Coming in
very
at the
tight.
end, yeah.
And I think it has been tied really entire time.
Lane 2
Lane
just
2
out-touched 5.
Just a little bit. It was a pretty good race. Good job.
All right, in Heat 2 of the same event, Lane 2 is Hannah Alexander, Pearl Singleton, Grace Krosky, and Maya Williamson. And then in Lane 5 is Sam Ratliff, Tessa Thomas, Jaden Washington, and Addie Reno.
We don't have any previous times for these teams. And I think my timer is running like almost 2 seconds behind, so we will rely on you, Grace, on your timing. No, not this time. We have nothing to compare it with, so I guess it's okay. My rough estimate will be just fine. So second set of swimmers, Pearl in the lane 2, Tessa in the lane 5. Pearl hitting, oops, my schedule flew away. Thank you very much. All right, so Pearl hitting the wall and Grace Krosky getting in the water for lane 2, and then Tessa hitting the water in the lane, hitting the wall in the lane 5, and Jaden Washington getting into water in lane 5. So that will be last swimmer for lane 2 for this heat, Maya Williamson. And I believe that's a Jaden Washington finishing in lane 5, followed by Abby Reno. An audience, supporting audience here, he's helping me to keep track of the names and where we are. All right, team in the lane 2, I have them at 2:27. So add roughly 2 seconds, 2:29 probably. I believe I hit that button a little bit too late, around 2:29. And team in the lane 5, I had them at around 2:47.
And for our last event today, we have event number 74, men's 15 and over 200-meter freestyle relay. In lane 2, we have Adam Gunkel, Joel Keller, Ashton Winter, and Mason Wilkson. In lane 5, we have Khalil Ruiz, Matt LaBianco, Eli Neal, and Riley Brady. The A relay is in lane 2, and the B relay is in lane 5. And the A relay has a seat time of 1:51.61, and B has a time of 1:54.01. Lane 5 has a slight lead right now.
And I believe this is a second set of swimmers, so this should be a Joel and Matt. And this should be Ashton in lane 2 and Eli in lane 5. With team in the lane 5 taking lead, but I believe team in lane 2 is fighting to catch up, fighting pretty hard.
Yeah, they're closing that body length gap.
And now we have Riley Brady in lane 5 as the last swimmer, last leg of a relay, and Mason Wilson in lane 2. And now they are neck to neck. Will Mason be able to beat Riley? Very, very close. Very, very
Super
close.
close times.
Very
Yeah,
close.
I have relay dropped about 3 seconds, so.
Yes, I believe they. I have them at the 1:51, almost at the same time.
Great job, guys. And good job to all the Fair Valley people today. Thanks,
Yes,
everyone at
yes.
home, for supporting.
We thank you for coming in and commentating with us. It gave us some pointers and stuff, too.
Get some good terminology, you know. Not just looking from the side, but as a former swimmer, you know, you were able to bring some knowledge.
But here at our network, this is what we like to do. We like to get the high schoolers involved, and we like high schoolers that have left and gone to college that are coming back home to get involved with this youth sports we're doing, whether it's swimming, softball, baseball, it could be anything. I mean, this is what we're doing this for. It's so that this could happen.
Yeah, well, it's cool because
So-
most of these kids were like, little tots when I was swimming here, so I still know most of them. So
Nice,
it's
nice.
cool to see them grow
So
up.
what are you taking in college? You say you go to Ohio State, right?
Mm-hmm.
What are you taking?
Good question.
Oh, undecided yet, we would say.
Well, I'm double majoring. I'm trying to figure out what I want my double to be in. So I'm doing international studies, I think, and maybe econ. So.
Oh, nice, nice. International studies. We know a little international, don't we there, Susanna?
We do.
She's from Slovakia, so
Ah, cool.
Well, thank you very much, Grace, for coming.
Yep, thanks
And,
for having me.
we hope to
helping
see you
us.
again before you go back to school.
Yeah, I'll try to stop by when I can. So.
I think we got a night event next time. I think it'll be in the evening, so we'll put that together too, and we're going to do some stuff with the graphics coming up. So,
Nice.
so we thank everybody for tuning in. We
Thank
appreciate
you very
it.
much. You have a nice day, guys.
Everybody have a good one. I'll wait a little bit to let people get offline here. I know there's a handful of you still there hanging out. So, again, thanks for joining. We're TKDS Sports Networks. We do this. We're a sponsor-based organization. So if you have any business that wants to be sponsored on these streams, we can advertise your business. Just get in touch with us. You can reach out to TKDS Sports Network, and you can email us and let us know, and we can, sponsor your business here on the show. You've been watching the Fair Valley Swim Meet on the 14th July today, and I'll put an email address up there for you to if you want to sponsor any of these events and shout out to the kids and to the Swim Valley club. I'll give you a email that you can send if you would like to. Just email that info@tkdsports.com if you're interested in sponsoring any of these events, and we will get you dialed in. It's a great way to support the team, support the organization, and support us to bring this here to you live. Again, thank you for watching. I'm going to sign off for now, and this is Kevin from TKDS